detailed instructions from NFSU. Dr. Mathur is also logged in. I requested her to log in. She has written a letter to me also. I can place that, but I want to explain
What
to
are
you.
your instructions?
Malad, so the instructions on the first aspect, Malad, what my learned colleague was suggesting on the last occasion was that assess the untruncated portion or untampered portion. What he was suggesting to your lordships was that there is some cut portion and that can be. So the opinion of the NFSU is that there is no untampered portion. There are variations at different intervals across the entire length of the.
Oh, it can't be done.
Yes, so the language they use is that this indicates the whole. It indicates that the recording is not original, exhibits indications of editing, processing, signal altercation, compromising the integrity of speech parameters. So they say that it is contrary to the scientific principles, and they say there is no unaltered position. Then, Malas, they say untampered portions cannot be reliably identified. That's what they say on first aspect. The second aspect, Malas, Doordarshan, my colleague had raised an issue that the control recordings that were given, even they were found to be altered. Now, Maharaj, they have told us that the controlled recordings were not given by the state or the police. The control recordings have also come from the petitioner.
No, we never gave any Doordarshan recordings.
No, so the control recordings are given by the petitioners themselves.
No. Not at all.
Maharaj,
the control recordings that we had given were not from Doordarshan. In fact, they were from various other YouTube channels, etc. The Doordarshan control recordings they had themselves obtained, and even those 1 second, 1 minute clips, etc., they had themselves obtained. They had not analyzed what we had given in the.
If I can make my submission, Malats, on the control recordings are the control recordings that are given by the petitioner. These are not generated by the NFSU. We asked the state, NFSU, I appear for the state also. Your lordships had directed me to get instructions. So NFSU asked state. State has given them what the control recordings that the petitioner had given. So state did not have anything to do on the control recordings. And the third aspect, Malats, pen drive, that it's not really a spelling mistake, Malats. In fact, NFSU has been trolled like anything, Malats, on this aspect. But what they indicate, they've given me images. Because what they received was called pen drive. So in scientific analysis, they don't change, even if the spelling is incorrect, to maintain the integrity of the scientific evaluation.
Bracket sick.
They will just take the same name and keep it as such.
Doesn't matter. That's how.
These are the three instructions.
What about what we had asked you, Mr. Bhushan?
Yes,
the last paragraph of the.
Yes, Lord. We have now got the full audio recording.
48 minutes.
No, it's actually not 2 hours and 26 minutes.
Twice.
2 hours and 26 minutes. From which
to say that.
We are willing to hand it over to them and to the court. However, the original device on which it was recorded is not being handed over, because that will definitely allow them to ascertain the identity of that person. But this is the full recording, uncut from anywhere. Of course, it is now on a pen drive. It was originally recorded on a phone, but it has been transferred to a pen drive. So that I can hand over along with this affidavit to them.
Now, in the event they share that with you,
yes, Manoj,
would you be in a position to get admitted voice recordings of the individuals thereafter?
Well, admitted recordings, then we don't rely on the petitioner. Let the state give the controlled recordings, admitted recordings. But this exercise, the NFSU will have.
You are not going to provide the admitted recordings. They will have to depend on the state.
No, we had provided the recordings of the Chief Minister, which were on YouTube, his speeches, etc.
But according to them, if those are doctored, which
no,
altered, not
altered to some
in fact, my lord,
I request the lords to see this letter that they have written to me, because they have to follow the scientific ethics. If anything is not, hash value is not generated, if it is, this is a letter addressed to me, Malats, that your lordships may ignore, but kindly see the answer to para 1 where they say.
In fact, my lord, in their own report, in the Gandhinagar report, they say that the recordings were all obtained from the superintendent of police and that is why, my lord, the question files were just 1 minute, 30 seconds.
No, but
One-
now we're only on the issue of whether you're agreeable to the state providing the admitted recordings for comparison with
They can do,
the 2 hour, 26 minutes.
they can do that, of course.
2 hour, 26 minutes is what you mentioned.
Yes, 2 hours, 26 minutes is the total of that
Okay.
whole meeting, in which, my lord, the relevant parts we had already extracted in that 48 minutes.
No, let them have the full thing.
Yeah, we'll give them the full thing.
Possibility.
We'll give them the full.
They are not giving the device, so I don't know if NFSU will be able to do this. Malad,
That's amazing.
there's nothing to laugh about this. Malad.
Astounding.
These are scientific.
Anytime, if suppose it is a direct recording of whatever is there on the device,
Yes, Malad.
why would you suspect that there is a possibility?
Malad, they have to take the hash value of where it is coming from. The hash value of recording, the alteration cannot be there. Otherwise, then again we will run into the same loop. Lordship may direct it, we'll do it. Whatever best can be done.
It's very interesting. They have to just compare.
My colleague has
They
been
have to
working
just
on
compare.
those chase all round and round. He says control recordings, this and that. Malad, he
They say this is not AI. This is not artificial
Just
intelligence.
do it now. and-
We'll do it, Malad. We owe a duty
Really,
to a lot.
Malad,
We will do it.
what they are doing. And
But I take
And they have
objection to
themselves
the topic in the court.
Necessary now. Let us pass the order.
just give those two.
We're informed that it will
One
not be
copy of the
possible
pen
for
drive
the
has been given to
forensic
her.
science.
And
Please
one
furnish
copy-
Furnish a copy to the others.
Yes, we have given a copy, pen drive with the. And my lord,
We are informed.
the affidavits with the pen drives are also for the court.
We don't need it right.
Malad, I've got instructions. The doctors, the scientist says, Malad, that device is not required. We need the raw file without any alteration.
Raw file is this.
I don't know, my lord,
Is a
what they
raw
mean
file
by
means
raw file.
A
It's
complete
been
recording of
transferred.
whatever is on the.
Yes.
Whatever.
2
So,
hours, the
the
whole
device is
meeting
not
was 2
required.
hours, 26 minutes, which was recorded. And that entire
Entire thing has been recorded, copied onto this.
copied onto the pen
There's
drive.
no mention, there's no possibility of any
No,
alteration.
in my view, nothing, my lord.
Let us see what.
Lordship, please.
We're informed that the National Forensic Sciences University.
But your lordship may take on record this affidavit because we filed it along with the affidavit.
Would not be able to undertake comparison of the available voice recordings in the in view of the technical issues involved. Full stop. However, Mr. Prashant Bhushan, the counsel for the petition, states that the full audio clip of 2 hours and 26 minutes has been copied onto pen drives from the original device on which.
Actually, it may have been copied from the original device to one pen drive, from thereafter to another.
That gets corrupted.
Yeah, it's fully there.
That gets corrupted. If you
No,
do
no.
it directly from the device, it's
So it was done directly from the device
It's like
originally. Actually,
photographs being sent from WhatsApp to WhatsApp. The
No, no.
quality of the photograph degenerates the more number of times it is forwarded.
the problem is, my lord, that the original.
At least this recording, you ought to have done it from the
No,
original.
this recording, my lord, I have one
What is the
copy.
purpose? If you've copied it several times over and then from a copy,
You know,
it is now
that
copied.
the problem is that from the original devices, it was copied to a pen drive. Thereafter, I had to make more copies of that
No,
pen
but give
drive.
the original pen drive to them.
Lord,
We don't need the original.
what is the original?
For them, the direct recording from
I
the device,
have been,
whichever pen drive you made it on, give that pen drive, please.
Lord, I
There's
don't,
no point in this exercise if you don't.
Lord, I
do it the
don't
right way.
know. I only know one thing, that whatever that whole meeting had recorded in that phone device, that entire audio of that whole meeting which was recorded on that phone device has been copied onto this pen drive.
From
It
the
is-
device itself or from other devices where it was
No, from the
copied.
device it was copied to a pen drive. However, I had to make more copies.
No, that's why we are telling you the device, the pen drive onto which you made the direct recording, give that pen drive to the other.
I don't
side.
know, Lord, which is that one.
That
I
is
have to
exactly
find
the
out
issue.
because
At least now make another recording and give it them. There's no point in your giving a copy of a copy of a copy. There's no point in.
no, I can find
We can
out.
tell you right away that it would be corrupted to the extent of at least.
No, No, Lord, that's
If the
That
if
is not
this
what-
university insists on
that's not
certain
what
technical
usually
standards,
happens.
please furnish that direct copy. Mr.
I'll have
Bhushan,
to ask whether the
ask them to make another copy and give it within 1 week.
I'm ready.
Make
to-
another copy from
Instructions
the
are also
phone.
this, that we need first
Can't make a
generation.
copy from the phone because, my lord,
Give it now.
they can't make another copy from the phone.
Why?
Because
They-
from the phone they had copied it onto a pen drive and thereafter they had deleted the recording from the phone. I
Why would
believe
they do that?
that
in
it can be
cases
restricted
when-
because, my lord, they were afraid.
Then whichever
You
was
were
the
afraid.
first pen drive onto which you copied it, at
I'll
least try
I'll
to
try and
identify
find.
that.
I'll try and
and
find
give it
that
to-
out.
give
But
it
your lordship can ask.
Otherwise, there's no point in this
No,
exercise.
no, my lord, there is a point.
If you take it
It
seriously,
doesn't
you
get
must
corrupted.
take it seriously to the logical conclusion.
All
That is
right,
not
I'll
happening.
try and find out and
Very
try
well.
and get that.
Next. What is,
The petition states that the file of audio tape of 2 hours to the next period has been copied. It is read from the original drive from which recordings were made.
Yes, and the said pen drive being the first copy of the original recording would be furnished to the other side to be forwarded to the NFSU for comparison with the admitted voice recordings of the individual concerned. The state of Manipur shall furnish the admitted recordings of the admitted voice recordings of the person to the NFSU for such for the purpose of comparison. These shall be furnished to the other side within 1 week. 1 week, Mr. Bush.
Pardon, Lord?
You furnish it within 1 week.
Of course.
Within 1 week, the exercise
I'll-
should be complete.
I'll have
How
to
much?
find-
How much time would the NFSU require?
My lords may give 4 weeks after that.
4 weeks. The NFSU will endeavor to complete the exercise as expeditiously as possible. And preferably
I'm sorry,
within
kindly
4
give
weeks,
6 weeks, my lords. They
6
will give us controlled and
preferably within 6 weeks. Report of such comparison shall be forwarded to the sealed cover.
grateful, my lords.
List on 6 weeks.
My lords,
Actually, the
please-
only reason why the original phone is not being given is because, my lord, that phone, they can always trace who the phone
they
belongs.
don't need the phone,
Ah.
but they need a first copy.
First generation. But would your lordships record the issues in the last?
It's
or
called a
your lordships
first
are
generation copy.
First generation copy.
Call it a first generation copy.
My lords, your lordships may note the issues in the last occasion. Your lordships are satisfied by the by,
That
by
we've
the,
already recorded.
by the NFS.
This will not be possible.
I'm grateful.
This cover, the sealed cover you have.
I wanted to show to your lordship that in fact they had themselves in their report. The report said that they had obtained those Doordarshan copies from the Manipur state. They had not
Doordarshan,
given
again,
them
we
the
don't know what
Doordarshan
kind of
copy.
editing they do.
They obtained it from the.
Must be edited,
Manipur
is it
state.
not? Once editing is done.
No,
obviously
every
the-
broadcast, my lord, ultimately, if you take anything from Doordarshan or
Let
from
the state
YouTube,
provide it.
there is always,
Maybe
the main thing is whether the voice
Maybe
matches
they
or
can
not.
approach him and ask.
Yes,
for a
my lords,
recording.
that will be best. We'll do
That
that.
will be
my lords.
Whether the voice matches or not, that has to be seen.
I'm grateful, my lords.